We are beginning with 8.1, the first unit in chapter 8 on the topic of marketing control. In this video, we'll be exploring the meaning and objectives of marketing control. This is Dr. Mariam Narona. Anyone who has studied management knows that control is a managerial function and it is essential in the managerial process because you always start by forecasting and planning, and then you have to implement the plan and keep checking as to whether what you have planned is being achieved or not. So actual performance with desirable or targeted performance from time to time is necessary, and that is control because it helps you to keep a check on the actual performance. Control has the objective of identifying deviations from the standards that you have established or the targets that you have set out or the desirable performance which you hope to achieve, and it identifies the causes of such deviations. Now, this is a broad nature of control, and marketing control is no different. It aims at identifying deviations from marketing plans or standards or desirable performance, and it tries to identify what are the causes of such a deviation. Control facilitates corrective action. That is, it is not only aiming at finding out whether there is a deviation or not, it also examines why there is a deviation and what can be done to correct that deviation. So if you're falling short of your target, what is causing it and how you can correct it? Is it a logistics issue? Is it a sales force issue? Is it due to competition? Is it due to some environmental or economic factors? Once you identify it, you can treat it. Like you find out the cause of an existing medical condition and then you can treat it. That's the objective of control in general and marketing control in particular with regard to marketing activities. Now, control is a mechanism whereby an individual organization is guided to follow a predetermined path. Marketing control is no different. It is a process whereby the marketing manager or the sales force or the organization in general, the company, is guided to follow a certain predetermined path of maybe being a market leader, maybe being a market challenger, depends on what, or maybe being a pioneer, depends on what the company wants to be and where it sees itself in future. So let's consider a definition of marketing control by Kuntz and O'Donnell. The managerial function of controlling is the measurement and correction of the performance of activities of subordinates in order to make sure that enterprise objectives and plans devised to attain them are being accomplished. Now, very simply put, it is ensuring that your actions or your actual performance matches the planned or desirable performance, or it is better than what you have planned and what you desire in the context of marketing. Because in general, managerial control is ensuring compliance with plans. Same way, marketing control is ensuring compliance with marketing plans and marketing objectives, goals, and the desired course of action. Now, the nature of control. We'll be considering what is the nature of control in general and marketing control in particular. So control is an activity which can be implemented on the basis of established plans. So planning is the basis or the foundation of control. Control is a managerial function. Therefore, it is necessary and indispensable to any organization. It is an ongoing process. It never ends because you have to continually check adherence with plans. It is a follow-up activity. Why? Because first you carry out planning and implementation, and then you carry out control in order that you can make some adjustments to make sure that implementation is matching with plans or desired performance. Control is a forward-looking process because you want things to improve in future better than what they are right now. It is dynamic because you make adjustments based on the problem at hand, based on the deviation, based on the situation or context in which you are. So like Swiggy did during the lockdown, they came up with the Swiggy Genie offering, when actually that is not their core offering, that is not their unique selling proposition. They are a restaurant aggregator, but they function as a courier service or a hand delivery service from customers' homes to other people. Why? Because they felt that that was a need of the hour, and that was a more humane and personalized way of running the operations at that point of time. So control is dynamic. It is a comparative process because you're always comparing it with planned performance, desirable performance, or targets and goals and objectives. Now, what are the objectives of control? Again, we are talking about control in general and marketing control in particular. It is no different from control because finally it is a part of marketing management. What are the objectives of control? So control basically facilitates corrective action. As I said, it is like identifying what the problem is, what's the disease, and treating it accordingly. So if your problem lies with logistics, then you try to make that corrective move. Like Hindustan Unilever Limited, HUL, now it is Unilever, was a pioneer in rural marketing, where they felt that how do you enter the rural hinterland? So they started mobile vans which moved from one village to another during a day or during a particular week in that particular region, and distributed products in the villages. So this is something which you can devise only when you keep checking what was your goal and objective, and where you are actually standing in the market. Then it aids the improvisation of planning or plans. So it enhances the quality of planning. You are able to make better marketing plans. So if you see the entry that Jio made in a very competitive market, that can be done only when you keep control in mind. Then identifies deviations and suggests corrective action. So this is one of the main objectives of control, that find out how far you are from your goal and what can you do to move closer towards it or attain your goal or objective. So it is objective oriented. It ensures attainment of objectives. It facilitates review, revision, and updation of plans. We've already said that. It enhances the quality of plans. So it might compel you to review a plan. It might compel you to revise and update your plan depending on whatever is the situation which may have been unforeseen. So you may have if you're in the construction industry, then if you were constructing offices before the COVID-19 crisis struck, and now when you find that many offices have introduced work from home and they have lesser need for real estate, then you might change your plan and convert it into residential. So that is a possibility. Then control promotes teamwork and collective action for the attainment of goals, because obviously and in an organization it is going to be a collective effort. So even marketing is a collective effort. Everyone is engaged in it, right from the manufacturing to the packing, selling, distributing, promoting, all the units are engaged in it. So those are broadly the objectives of control in general and marketing control in particular. In the next video, we'll be taking a look at the essentials of an effective marketing control system. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you like the content on this channel. Don't forget to leave your feedback and comments. Also, please don't forget to share this channel and probably the videos on this channel which you like, which you feel are informative and will help other students. Thank you for listening.